Hello everyone, welcome back in our podcast called Voices of ActaReBuild. This is Dominika and right now we are in Vienna also with our next guest Ahmed. He's originally from Egypt, but let's say nowadays he's staying in Spain in Valladolid. Please tell us something more about your research and about your institution that you are staying at right now.
Thank you for the introduction and thank you for having me today. I'm basically now at University of Valladolid, but I should be also at Politecnico di Milan. My topic especially would go for facade retrofitting, especially studying the interplay or the connection between air tightness and acoustic performance. If we correctly point out the cracks in the facade, efficient retrofitting in terms of these cracks, locations, so we will get at the end a good energy consumption and also a human comfort inside the space.
I see.
And also how to measure the air leaks, how to quantify it, how to detect the locations. To do the both measurements together is so far hard from the practical or even research point of view, but we try to do this with only acoustics because the traditional method of quantifying the infiltrations in buildings, so there's a blower door method, which is mechanically method, and this method is only calculate the amount of leaks, but it couldn't detect where exactly the cracks, unless we use a gas tracer method or a fog generator to see where the cracks. So with the help of acoustic techniques, for example, a modern acoustic camera, to monitor, you will notice where exactly the sound is coming. And where the sound is coming, you may found a crack, because the sound may be because of airborne or structure-borne. If the sound is coming from the middle of the window, for example, it's not a crack, it's maybe a reflection of or a reverberation or just a structure born. But if it comes from the frame of the window, so it should be high possibility to be a crack. The way is to propose or to see how we could use the modern acoustic camera with the blower door in a protocol of measurements to quantify and detect.
It's very interesting. And also you already mentioned that you have been using a lot of equipments. Like, does it mean like your laboratory in Valladolid is super well equipped, or are you like using also like other laboratories for research?
Great. For example, the acoustic camera is so expensive. We rent it from a big company for only 1 week. And they should work from 9 till 8 in the evening to go for, at the same day, 3 locations, 3 different houses, with the training 1 day before and moving the...
I see.
And collecting the data at the end. So this is one possibility. We have good, very, very good equipment in the air tightness laboratory of the department. So it's a collaboration between 2 departments in Valladolid University. We are collaborating in a good way, and what we miss, we rented.
Sure. Back to your topic, can you name like gaps of research that you are trying to cover?
This question would also make me return to what I'm doing right now. I wrote, with the help of my directors, of course, a review paper discussing the interconnection or relation between air tightness and acoustic in buildings, using acoustic methods in measuring air tightness or detecting infiltrations. And we found that it's a challenging. Many say that, okay, you could use acoustic to measure infiltrations or to detect air tightness properties, but still some of them have limitations. So one of the greatest thing to achieve practically to help the development of sustainable building retrofitting is to detect and quantify the air leaks, and that way we could know the actual situation before and after retrofitting. This would be a good stage. So this one gap. And the other side, I'm searching for the relationship between the acoustic and the airtightness. This is good if we got a clear mathematical relationship, even with some limitations. It will be limitation because it's physically a little bit complex. But what will be most benefit to the practical or real world impact? It would be the protocol, the measurement protocol.
Yeah. That's super awesome. How do you envision your research contribution to the overall goal of ActaReBuild?
That's a great. The overall goal of ActaReBuild is to be sustainable, is to make the retrofitting of building more efficient in terms of energy consumption. And by controlling the cracks, I think it would be a very good point in terms of saving the consumption of energy to heat or cool the environment.
Yes.
And this is perfectly in line with the ActaReBuild goal. And to see this diversity of expertise in terms of the 10 topics is really interesting, really connecting the ideas. And this is how you could think for better solutions.
Thank you for your answer. Well, we have already mentioned several times interdisciplinary research or interdisciplinary approach. Can you tell me your opinion, like what are the advantages of interdisciplinary research if it's, of course, your case? Do you think that it's your case, that you are combining several fields?
Yeah, is to study the acoustic and to study on the other side the flow. For example, when drilling more holes into a wall sample, you should pass with more air and sound. This is intuitive. This is very easy. You broke the barrier between two spaces. You should expect more sound to move from one space to the other. But I found it's the same sound reduction, or may even it's better insulation. So it's how this happens. And when you study this, you figured out that the reason behind that is because of the flow regime. There is a small factor called N. This N detects it's laminar or turbulent. So the flow is laminar. N say that the flow is laminar. So more laminar flow, more viscous flow. So more frictional flow. That's how the energy dissipated or the energy absorbed in the holes. With the big thickness of the wall, it behaves like, and of course with the small diameter of the hole, with the big thickness and long tube, it behaves as a energy absorption of this sound energy absorption. So what about to study this problem, for example, from the energy point of view and make the energy balance?
That's interesting.
This is a multidisciplinary how it like bring more results, more wider overview of the problem you are studying.
Yeah, it's like everything is connected to everything. Like
Exactly.
you need to find like the relationship between it.
Exactly.
Well, but I'm also curious if you have already experienced some difficulties, let's say concerning moving to another country, or like life is beautiful in all aspects. Were there also some challenges for you?
For me, it was very smooth moving from Egypt to here. Also, I have been a little bit of experience in the United States. It wasn't so long, but I faced a little bit somehow the experience. But now I'm moving with my family, my wife. I would say that everything was good in Spain with the help of the super fantastic team of UVA. All of them were really helpful, supportive, and we feel like we are a part from a big family.
Yeah.
Spain is a really good environment. I would say that the only challenge for me personally is my daughter, Judy. Is 10 years old. And I decided it would be better for her to stay in Egypt. But all of things was really super fantastic regarding the moving to Spain. And I hope it will be the same when moving to Italy also.
That's super awesome. Are you planning any collaboration with other institutes or companies in the future?
Yeah, I'm preparing myself to Politecnico di Milano
Yes.
with Carol. Also, I spend some time with Victor Foiltech.
Mm-hmm.
Collaboration with the industry partner is so good. To be in two institutions, it would be like the super fantastic positive thing from ActaReBuild.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really helpful. And one of my lab experiments, it was in a leading company in Spain. It's not part of ActaReBuild, but it comes with a good relation of UVA team, Maria, Alberto, Miguel, and Irini. So this is helpful to tackle with a real world impact in the industry.
Thank you for your answer. Well, you have already mentioned several positive aspects of this ActaReBuild journey, but can you name, let's say, the most rewarding memory or like experience that you had within this project?
Yeah, we have a very special advantage even over the other EU projects, that we are multi diversity among the world,
Yeah.
from Egypt and from South America and from Europe, from Asia.
Yeah.
So this would be super for me, because I feel like, I'm going to make a contribution with finally one general goal with this fantastic team. It's really great feelings when you think about it. Okay, we are not such a multidisciplinary research fields, but we also multidisciplinary culture.
Yeah.
And to participate in a more practical objective in terms of energy, sustainability, human comfort inside the buildings. And one of our objective, Monica always said, we need to make the office buildings to be like residential, the old office buildings to be residential buildings for people. So you are now tangible and very near to the people lives, the people environment and their homes. So this what makes me, because I'm not architect or I'm not civil engineer, I'm mechanical. So this experience gives me energy, like it's fascinating me.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a new field with a new challenges to tackle with. So
That's
it's
amazing.
really super.
Well, that's very nice. So just to make a small recap, overall, like good luck with your research. Hopefully you will be still very happy and enthusiastic about your research. Today in the studio was with me Ahmed, originally from Egypt, but right now staying in Spain, in Valladolid. Please stay tuned for other podcasts on our social media, and see you next time. Thank you very much, and thank you to Ahmed.
Thank you to you. Bye.
Bye-bye.